There's no place for me now. Even if I do be wildin' and climaxing, I'm still Rainbow Chode.
Ah, yes. Refreshing Rainbow Chode in gummy form.
Now are you sure that the fine folks at home know what that is?
Ah, don't Google it. Just eat it. It'll get the job done. Another satisfied customer. Another week, another Gavv. And look, I don't know about y'all, but I've been eating good these last few weeks with these shows. So good that I almost forgot I was on keto and slipped in some carbs. And I know for some longtime viewers, this is weird. But look, I ain't joking. My ketosis has been thrown out of whack for like the last month. Anyway, as things progress in this show, we continue to not stagnate as bad as that God-charged director's cut. All you gotta ask is, were the 3-ish extra minutes even worth it? Absolutely not. Now enough about that, let's get to good show as we see what Gavv brings this time around. The spice is nice this week with a delivery to Shitter and Jeep from inmate uniform bento employee. When Jeep gets word of another lost grunt. So, guess who's getting in that workload? Ah yes, Orange is the new grunt. While they get someone else to keep tabs on that red Gavv that they've never seen before. Speaking of, where is our junk food addict this week? Why, decked out in that Player 2 fit, using the money that he got from Sajika just to spend the last of it on junk food that busts all over a mean-looking dude and not his stomach. So he's dead again. Mean-looking dude is our victim of the week, showing Shoma the value of nutrition versus junk food, as junk food should be used as a reward or some sort of celebratory item. He'll need real food for real energy, and energy he has. Able to lift marble beams in a single lift, which gives New Guy the idea for a job. And what's that job? Yes, I'm here to lay down some pipe.
Hey boys, I want you both. I hope that you think that's cool.
Oh, that's the wrong kind of flick. But they busted in them balls, alright, because New Guy plays up that the tenant was hurt, only to rob him and get instantly caught by Shoma. Here's where we get into the backstory of it all, because this guy really isn't all that bad. He's just doing what he can to keep his boss afloat since he's like a dad to him. But he's going about it the wrong way. Hanzo, on the other hand, is more confident than ever after seeing the Gavv by midnight. And the internet sleuths are out there having already dubbed Gavv a Kamen Rider, leading to the speculation that he might not actually be a bad guy and might actually be human. So Hanzo goes to the happy party, and as it turns out, him and Sachika already have an established relationship, with old girl from last week helping chime in on their writer speculation after her encounter last week. Now back to no money, mo problems, as he sees the bento shop is open for lifting, and he goes right in for the cash just to get glassed. Luckily, Gochizo's be tracking, while Shoma tries the great taste of soda gummies, unlocking a brand new Gochizo variant. Who's that Gochizo? Punching gummy, obviously. It's... Yeah! Motherfucker! Yes. Let's pop off as we get to this week's action. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Let me get my splatter cloth ready. What are you talking about? You know, every time you show up, you kind of die, my guy. So yeah, I'm just preparing myself. We just met. What drugs are you on? Tonight's big fight is brought to you by Soda Gummies. and the brands we can't list as Shoma confronts Bento Girl, who turns out to be Granute Dude. Ton Games Gone Dry as the spikes hitting that gummy right. Absorbing some of that Gochizo, forcing Gavv to go crunchy. Going effective until the missiles come firing. Forcing him to go gummy and bouncy. Sacrificing even more Gochizo until he remembers the brisk flavor of soda.
That's Brisk, baby.
Giving him one large quagmire arm.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go and check my mail over there.
Able to take blow to blow to blow while refreshing fury, the likes of which make 7.
I'm yours.
Same to you.
Same to me.
Watch out now, as the Crank Gang this week is stronger than ever, with projectile fisting and one final reverberation to send that Granute some hydration. That makes tonight's Gavv kill count 1 Granute and 6 Gochizos. Oh, he survived. Can't say the same for these onlooking Gochizos, as mysterious new guy snags 2 Chocos while Shoma frees old buddy and gets stopped by Honto and the mysterious guy, who seems to know a lot about Granutes. Old buddy's boss is still closing down his business, but he does learn the value of doing things right and that you can't truly be disappointed if you still gave it your best shot. Rating time! You know, there was no point in talking forms because it's literally just a fist, so yeah, not touching it. But otherwise, damn, that was a long-ass recap in terms of tidbits that we had going on, because there is indeed a lot that went on this week. From, once again, getting an epilogue to the victim from the previous week this week, Shoma learning human consumption habits, and more teasers and tidbits. Y'all, we still eating good and riding that high because we're getting this one, another Super 1S! Well, I guess I was right about the happiness being the premium spice. I spent so long last video explaining my reasoning, and hey, look, immediate payoff this week, I will go ahead and take that. What's interesting is that there is a lot of different flavors of happiness, or at least that's what it appears to be, as seen from the victim shown in the beginning of the episode, with the outer edges of the glass being either red or yellow. Red might be the happiest form of the spice currently, which could relate to Shoma's Gavv being that same red color, and also why it stands out so much. Since maybe Shoma is the byproduct of a Granute and human happiness intertwined and not some action that was forced. If you understand subtext, then you'll get what I'm trying to say without getting all nasty about it. But then there is more to this dark treat that just keeps on sticking out. As this week, we did see a block fall from the production table and making a laugh as it gains its symbol. In talking with some friends on Discord, we came to the same conclusion that the dark treats might actually be some other Granute's Gochizos. And it seems to be an ability that is unique, or else any other Granute can just pump these things out. This leads to a few possibilities. Either it is Shoma's dad who is being forced to make these treats a la Creation King and Black Sun, or it's another entity that has some sort of relation with Shoma. This adds another prospect to the line of dialogue given to every Granute by Shoma, to give up the dark treats or die. But they can't just quit it. So what if, to cure these Granute's satiation with these dark snacks, is Shoma's Gochizos? Because he may not be able to consume his own the traditional way, but what if others can? And the hints for that are actually within this same episode, as this week's Granute seems to have absorbed some of the excess from the Gummy Gochizo to power themselves up. That all happened during the fight, because as the spikes ended up coming out, Shoma wondered about the power-up, but prior to that, we do see that the gummy essence gets a little absorbed by him. If that is the case, then it's easy to see the potential of having the Granutes work with him in the future, but also make him the target by the Stomach family to be used as the next maker of their dark treats. Let's also add that Shida and Jipu still have a perplexing reaction to Gavv's red Gavv, to the point of speculating that he might not even be Granute. See, this is why this show just keeps the brain gears turning, and we're only 3 deep. Hanto already has a pre-established relationship with Sajika, and while she had a minor role this week, she still implemented in a way that didn't make her appearance feel unwarranted. It set up the relationships with Hanto. Her hanging out with her friend from last week also gave Hanto more information, informing a thought process that Gavv might not actually be a villain, and Sajika guides Hanto to Gavv's whereabouts in the end. See, this is how you work a set here! While Hanto himself is still working off what he had last week, we also do get that his relationship with his boss, which at first seemed a little off-putting, feels a bit more of a proper pair-up between these two, even having his boss say that he kind of felt like a son to him. Even the Human of the Week, though painted as a bad guy for Robin folks, was given enough backstory to understand that he's someone who's at the end of his rope, and saw no other means to help his boss than to turn to crime. It's how you do a redemption within a single episode, which is crazy, because although we have been going episodic with the show thus far, it doesn't feel like it has been, since this character, which, did they even give him a name? I don't know, I've seen this episode like 3 times and I don't think they've ever said his name. Anyway, he did teach Shoma an important lesson about proper nutrition. And clearly, if all he's eating is snacks and gummies, then he's just running on sugar highs with those super crashes. So he needs proper sustenance. This week did give us a brief introduction into the Granute researcher, who, since we do see him take the white chocolate and regular chocolate Gochizo, will likely be responsible for making Valen's equipment. He's probably going to serve as a guide to help the audience understand what Granutes are through the lens of Hanto. So, the lab that I pointed out in the previous review might actually be his, and we'll see him added to the intro in this way. He might also end up being our George Karizaki from Revice, but done in a more toned down way with proper methodology. But yeah, there are a lot in these episodes, and I'm all for it. So far, it's offering a lot in many ways to have folks satisfied. Lore and backstory, meaningful character interactions, cute gimmicks, dark tones, snacks on snacks, and fantastic action sequences. Keep getting at it, Gavv, because you're giving me something that I thought I lost. You're giving me hope. But those are my thoughts. What are yours? What did you think about episode 3 of Kamen Rider Gavv? Shoma's new snack habits, researcher getting involved, and more of them dark foods for thought. That's it. That's all from me for now. Until next time. Bye.